Doing? Nice to see you. Today we're going to be presenting what I believe is one of the first multi-agent teams of business analysts. So essentially, a lot of businesses now have a lot of rising operational costs. There's a lot of taxes and a whole bunch of weird stuff like that. And a lot of companies, especially Fortune 1000 companies, have stagnant revenue growth. I think it was Salesforce hit 6%, 6% growth, which is nothing. And there's also a very limited amount of human resources. And essentially here, what we're going to be demonstrating is a team of business analysts that can essentially look at your balance sheets, cash flow statements, bank statements, any type of financial information, and give you real-time information on how to lower your expenses and increase your revenue. And it's also very scalable. So the architecture is very simple. We're going to take some SEC NVIDIA filings, and we are going to, this is the latest 10K NVIDIA SEC filing, and we're just going to run that through the Swarms framework, which is very open source. You could build agents in less than 10 lines of code. You could build an agent. So this is an investment analyst agent. Then we have a couple of more agents. We have a cost reduction agent who's going to essentially try to lower your costs. We have a revenue maximalist agent who's going to try and maximize your revenue. And we have a couple of more agents, but I want to run this to show you. So we're going to run these agents to demonstrate just how scalable this is and how accurate it is to just analyze a lot of financial data and accounting data for these LLMs. So if we look here, this is the first agent. This is the cost reduction agent. So based on NVIDIA's financial data, here are key findings and recommendations for cost reductions. Operating expenses have increased from 2.5 billion in April 30th to 3 billion something in April 28th. This indicates a significant increase in costs that need to be addressed. Revenue and optimized expenses related to research and development. And then the next revenue maximalist agent is going to come, and he's going to say NVIDIA's total revenue significantly increased from 7.19 billion to 26 billion in the 3 months ended April 28, and there's a funny surprise. So
financial data, key findings include significant revenue growth, increased operating expenses, strong performance in core segments, strategic capital allocation, ongoing commitments and legal considerations, recommendations for cost reduction, revenue maximization, operational efficiency, and sales and marketing optimization have been provided to optimize financial performance.
So basically, we had an entire team of 7 agents all analyze NVIDIA's filings. Here's another agent that, this is the operational efficiency agent, which essentially NVIDIA's revenue increased from 7 billion to 26 billion in a quarter. That's a lot of money. And so what you were just hearing is the final agent was an agent that would essentially call you with the summary of NVIDIA's growth. So if we run it again really quick, we can have a conversation with it, but this is very accurate. There is basically zero hallucination with multi-agent collaboration because these AIs can communicate with each other and they can evaluate each other's outputs. So they're all looking at this one document that in 10K from NVIDIA's SEC filing, and we basically just summarized this entire 40-page document of very complicated information in less than 4 minutes. And I'll just run it again so we can talk to the NVIDIA agent. So yeah, basically in summary, they went from 7 billion revenue, 26 billion revenue. Their costs are at 3 billion something, but that also went up a billion. So their costs are going up very high. And here you can see the other agents. So this is the revenue maximalist agent. 30 seconds, okay. So yeah, here we have cost analysis, cash flow, debt. NVIDIA has $8 billion in debt.
So why don't you just more talk about your agents, more than the results? well. So,
Mhm.
did you mention the part about what your product is and how what is Swarm mode and the
Yeah.
options offering?
Yeah, so Swarms, essentially we make it very, very easy to build and architect agents like this. It's completely open source and free. You could just check it out if you want. We were actually the first ever framework that allows you to orchestrate multiple agents at once. And that's what you could do. We essentially just help you like orchestrate many different agents. You can use OpenAI, LangChain, doesn't really matter, everything and anything. And we just help you integrate them and orchestrate them.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. One more? You want to demo? So you were on the list?
Actually, I'm not on the list. Actually, I'm working.
Okay.
2 minutes? How about 3 minutes?